So they told us the Black Panthers were just dangerous radicals. But what they didn't tell us is that Huey Newton was out here feeding kids, protecting Black communities, and flexing on the entire US government. With receipts. Let's talk about the real Huey Newton, co-founder of the Black Panther Party, master strategist, and the FBI's worst nightmare. So Huey was born in 1942 in Monroe, Louisiana, but his family moved to Oakland, California when he was a child. And if you know anything about Oakland, you know that city breeds resilience. Now, Huey was smart as fuck, but in high school they labeled him as illiterate and he had to teach himself to read. Can you imagine being so smart that the system malfunctions trying to process you? By the time he got to college, he was devouring philosophy, law, and the revolutionary theory. Then in 1966, him and Bobby Seale said, "Enough is enough," and they co-founded the Black Panther Party for self-defense. And that's when things got real. Now, when you hear Black Panther Party, your mind probably jumps to the all-black uniforms and pew-pews. And while, yes, the Panthers were about that Second Amendment life, they were also about the people. They launched survival programs, free breakfast for children, free health clinics, and even sickle cell anemia testing. All while the US government remained silent. But the moment the Panthers started patrolling their own neighborhoods, legally carrying firearms, and demanding an end to police brutality, suddenly they were a threat to national security. J. Edgar Hoover, the head of the FBI, was shook. He declared the Panthers the greatest threat to internal security of the country. His exact quote, "Not the Triple K, not organized crime, but Black folks feeding kids and protecting themselves, learning their constitutional rights. Yeah, all the things that make America great." I'm using air quotes, by the way. So in 1967, Huey Newton was arrested after a pew-pew with the police left an officer unalived. Free Huey became a whole movement. Now, of course, the government thought locking him up would kill the movement, but spoiler alert, it didn't. Instead, it made him a symbol. Now, after years of surviving FBI surveillance, the internal conflicts, and exile to Cuba, Huey returned to the US, where he earned a PhD. But like so many Black revolutionaries, his story ended too soon. In 1989, he was pew-pewed and unalived in Oakland. But listen, don't let them fool you. Huey's legacy did not die. His work inspired movements worldwide. And if you've ever benefited from a free school meal program or heard people talking about community policing, just know the Panthers laid that foundation. So the next time you hear someone talking about the Black Panthers like they were violent extremists, hit them with the facts. And if you want to keep getting history unfiltered, tap that follow button, share this with your group chat, and let's keep this conversation going.